fun and competitively, and I see lots of smiles, and that's a good sign. So thank you very, very much. A couple of weeks ago, we were able to break ground on our community, which is really neighbors. If you don't know where we are, we're down Baker Road, less than 2 miles around the corner. Big Yellow Barn is across the street from our 94 acres where we're building this community. And we're excited because it's more than just building a neighborhood. It's a bold community, it's inclusive, and it's a great vision for adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities, and that live together with their caregivers. Not just a place to sleep, but a place to live, to work, and to thrive together on land right here in our community of Dexter. So tonight is, I think, significant because it's a celebration. It's made possible when people come together with open hearts, willing hands, and tonight with lots of vicious paddles going. I just think that's a great combination. I think it's also a beginning because many of you do not know anything about our work. So we look forward to telling that story a little bit, beginning that story, a chance to help spark new connections and invite others like you into our story so that you can share our story with the communities that we live and work in. We think this mission is important and it will grow only if we all join together and carry it forward. Now, to talk more about this vision is somebody who has been working on this project for 20 years. She'll tell that as part of her story. And every time I've been involved for about 1.5 years. And as I worked on it, and I got a chance to dive more and more into the process, I really believe in its viability and long-term sustainability. So join me in welcoming Carrie Kafafian, our Executive Director and Founder.
Okay, we're here to play pickleball, so I promise we're going to keep this short so we can get back to the pickleball. So actually, tonight was my first night, and I really enjoyed it. As he said, this has been a long-term project. There's somebody here, Lynn Aaron, I'm looking at, who first heard me talk about this over 10 years ago. And I would share it at my son's educational plan with his teachers. And they'd look at me and go, that's a nice idea. That sounds good. Nobody, including myself, was convinced it was going to happen. But I couldn't see any other way. So I just kept moving forward. And with the help of amazing people from the board who supported us, we incorporated in 2019, and we keep moving forward. And then I talked to somebody who says, oh, this has to happen. Here, you raised $1.7 million. We'll give you $1.7 million so you can buy that land. We did it. We bought that land. And that was in April. And now someone else came forward and said, okay, things are moving. You've got more funding from other sources, so that's great. Quite a few families, I will say, because this is near and dear to their hearts. And so another woman who's in charge of a small family foundation took her a tour on the land. If you haven't been on the land, I love giving tours. They're a lot of fun. And she said, wow, what's the next step? And I said, well, we need a couple $1 million so we can do a groundbreaking. And she says, 2 weeks later, here's a couple $1 million so you can do a groundbreaking. So as people really get to learn about all the different aspects, I'm not even going to try to touch on them tonight. Like I said, we got to get back to pickleball. But there's a lot of pieces to this. Everything from the sustainability for the environment and the houses to a very unique way of taking care of the direct care professionals so that we're moving them up from this being a poverty-paying job that most people wouldn't want unless they have to do it, to something where people want to do it as an amazing experience to help them in their careers. We're teaming up with the University of Michigan, Eastern Michigan University, and even Washtenaw Community College to make it a certification, and the School of Social Work, and so people can have internships. All of this, though, I'm a mom. My son's now 28 years old, Kevin. And he's in quite a few of these pictures. He has bright red hair. And as any parent will tell you, we want the best for our children, no matter what that is. And so this is, like they said, a 20-year project to try to figure out what's best for my son. But I realized pretty quickly, if we did something amazing for the workers, for the community, all of Dexter, Chelsea, Washtenaw County, having a site that people can come and be involved and connect, that's going to benefit my son. And so that's what we've been doing. So at this point, really, tonight is to have fun, play pickleball. I've learned a lot. I've seen some real players out there. But if you want to know more and to get more deeper information and to answer your questions, because we do have, we have port formas and we have all sorts of financial and we got plans and business plan. We'd love to share that all with you on a one-to-one basis. So when someone reaches out and follows up with you, if you're open to it, please set up an appointment, take that tour, do something. Because we're creating a place where everyone belongs. And that's important.